here's a question for you. Have you ever encountered a person or maybe an opportunity that stood before you and you said to yourself, this is too good to be true? And so because you thought it was too good to be true, you either didn't act on it, or maybe if it was a person, you sabotaged the experience because you thought it was too good to be true. Because you maybe have experienced so much pain, or you've experienced so many bad relationships, or you've experienced so many bad people around you, or maybe so many opportunities that you had a hope that something would become of it and it just collapsed, and you found out that it wasn't all that you considered it to be, that you sabotaged the experience. Have you ever been hurt in your life so badly or so gravely that it gives you this fear to try, or this fear to love? Today, I want to take a few moments and I just want to talk about that. I want to talk through that because I believe that this is a season for you to experience all of those things that you would have previously looked at and said, this is too good to be true. I believe that you are coming into a season where the prayers that you have prayed, the things that you have hoped for, the things that you have dreamed would happen, that they're finally standing in front of you. I believe that many times we go through our darkest hours right before day. We go through these moments that almost make us want to give up or throw in the towel or believe that it's not possible. Your enemy is in hopes that all of the things that he has thrown in your life and thrown towards you would make you believe that there is nothing good coming to you. That is his hope, because if he can make you believe that nothing good is coming to you, then he can make you start saying that, man, nothing ever happens for me. Man, no one ever loves me. People always treat me wrong. People always do wrong to me. Or, man, no opportunities ever come my way. Because if you can align with saying that, then you have spoken your own life into existence. You know, there's so much power in our tongue. There is power to believe, there's power to live, there's power to die. Death and life are in the power of our own tongue. And if we align ourselves with what the enemy is throwing at us, and we start making those statements out of our lives, then we will start seeing them come to pass. But I believe that this is a season that everything that you have been knowing or hoping or praying would come into your life, that suddenly you're going to come into this season now where you're starting to see it, where your dialect, your language is going to start to change concerning your own life. Your belief for what you can have and what you can do will start to be changed in your own life. If you're watching this and something has prompted you to click onto this, it's because I'm talking to you. This is your time. This is the moment where things suddenly begin to change. Now, for those of you that read scripture, I believe in scripture. I read scripture, and I want to read this one passage of scripture, a little lengthy, but I'm going to read it because it proves the point today. In Ruth chapter number 2, I'm going to look at verse number 9. But before I read this, I want to give you a little history about Ruth. Ruth had come into a land where she married this man, and this man and his father and their family, the men, all died. And Ruth made a decision that she was going to follow her mother-in-law and that she was not going to return back home. Now, why this was kind of challenging in this particular time, because in this time, women were known to be whoever they were because of whom they were married to, right? Now, of course, we know that that's not the case now, but in this time, that was the case, right? So having the right husband meant that she would have the right type of life, the right type of provision. Now, staying with her mother-in-law would not give her any benefit unless she was doing what she knew God was telling her to do. I wanted to include that part into this story because sometimes the direction that you look like you're going, it may not seem like it is adding up to anything, but if you're feeling led to do something, I'm going to challenge you to keep doing it. If you're feeling led to believe in yourself, if you're feeling led to go after a business, if you're feeling led to go after a relationship, or to go after love, not a specific person, but to go after love, then keep going that direction. It may not be what everyone else around you is thinking that you should do, but when you know that something is on the inside of you, you just have to keep going. And so she did. Her mother-in-law said, "Hey, why don't you just return back home? Because there's no possibility that you're going to make it if you come following me." Ruth refused to go home because she felt inclined to go after Naomi. So that's where we are in this story. Now, I want to pick up to after she continued to do what she knew she was called to do, what she knew she was called to go after, whether it was the business, the relationship, the healing, whatever it was that she was deciding to go after, where other people may have looked at her and laughed. She continued to go. And then verse number 9 of chapter number 2, it says, "Let your eyes be on the field that you are reaping and go after them. I have charged the young men not to touch you. And when you are thirsty, to go to get a vessel to drink, and the young men, they have drawn it for you." Then she fell with her face to the ground, and she bowed to the ground, and she said to him, "Why have I found favor in your eyes, that you should take notice of me, since I am a foreigner?" And then verse number 11, here's the key. He said to her, "All that you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband has been fully told to me, and how you have left your father and your mother and your native land and came to the people that you did not know. May the Lord repay you for what you have done, and may a full reward be given to you by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings I have come to take refuge." Man, God was paying her back because she locked in to what other people would have told her she was crazy for doing. Man, there are times in your life that people are going to look at you, judge you, dismiss you, and tell you that you're crazy. But if you would keep going the direction that you feel led to go, whether it is to believe that you are worthy of love, whether it is to believe that this business idea, this business venture is for you, you might have to reinvent it 15 times, but don't walk away. It is the work that you are doing behind the scenes. It is the work that you're doing when nobody is applauding you. It is the work that you are doing when you don't have a lot of people trying to help you to do it. It is the work that you are doing when people are pointing their fingers and laughing at you. It is that work that will repay you in this season, where you will receive double for the trouble. You will receive more because of what you had to endure. Family, friends, if you're listening to me today, I want you to know that this is the month that dreams will become reality. The things that you have prayed for, they will come rushing into your life in overabundance. This is your time. This is your season. This is the moment. Now I need you to take your focus off of what doesn't work and who isn't supporting you. Don't even give them another ounce of your energy. Don't even talk about them anymore. Don't even look them up anymore. Don't even follow them on social media anymore. If they're not willing to believe in you, to speak positive into you, if they're not willing to stand beside you, then don't even give it any more energy. Those that left out of your life, wish them farewell. God bless you. I love you. We don't have to be connected anymore. Those that talk about you and that conspire against you secretly, but yet smile in your face and you can feel that energy, don't entertain it anymore. You've got to be focused on the reward that is coming to you. You've got to be focused on the future that God has for you. This is an amazing season for you. I want to take a moment to tell each and every one of you, thank you. Man, I am so excited because this week we finally hit 100,000 on Instagram, and I am so grateful for every single one of you. I wish I could actually just go and hug every single one of you personally myself, because of how much I love you and how much I appreciate you. And I am praying over all 100, and I don't even know how many it is now, some thousand of you on Instagram, and all 150,000 of you over on TikTok, and all of the, I don't even know how many it is on on Facebook, 100 and some thousand, I'm not sure, but I really want to pray over your life this week, this month, this year, that you would experience major abundance in every area of your life, that the things that you have secretly prayed for, that God would send them into your life in this season and in this time. I want to thank every single one of you for giving. Everything that you give to me, I pray over it, and I am so grateful for it goes a long way, and it means so much. So for every person that gives through PayPal or Venmo or Cash App or one of those apps, thank you so much. It means the world to me. Thank you for every subscriber. I am so appreciative for you, and I am thanking God for your lives. Let's have an amazing week. Matter of fact, let's have an amazing